Everyone say hi, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
No. You can't make me.
You're right, I can't make you.
He's not my real dad.
You're right, that's me. So, last time, you all kind of celebrated, or began the celebration of the defeat of the Blight in your world, in your plane of existence. After meeting with the Emperor and Empress and other leaders of the various tribes and nations that surround or are a part of Ascalon, you made the decision to find a way to go to hell. You are in possession of a object attuned to that plane, but as of yet, you don't really have anything other than that to pursue that action. You are all waking up in your rooms in this magical mansion of sorts that was created for you, each of you. And as you wake up, the area around is slowly fading. What would you all like to do?
If I remember correctly, we all said we all wandered into Valen's place. Mm-hmm. Harlow was making breakfast. Harlow and Pell were. And then Bruce came in and laid all the swords on the table.
Sounds right.
Absolutely.
And then Valen came waddling in after a little bit, yeah.
Exactly.
Valen comes wobbling in with Kirith behind him, as always. Ellie is sitting at the table, waiting for her food. Playing with her dolls. Kind of being able to be a kid again for Valen, seeing this, it's the first time in a very long time, as Kirith has described to him, how old she's become, essentially. How she's had to grow up really fast. You all walk in. Bruce, you start eating the food immediately. It's already prepared. It's on the table. As you all wake up, it is there. Each of you in your own rooms had specific foods that you grew up with that were familiar to you. You can bring those with you. Harlow, there's a lot of fruits. A lot of preserved food.
Mm-hmm.
And the same for you, Bruce. It's, dried food, pickled food, salted food in general. It's nothing that's very fresh, but it's something that's preserved in some way. Pell, your food is all very fresh. Really anything that you could imagine that you think that Pell would have grown up with was on the table and available to you. The food in Valen's room is also very traditionally Terran. There is flatbread and olive oil with fish, several different kinds of fish.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Did we level up?
No, you did not.
From the Dragonvore fight? Okay.
Not yet. Not yet. You leveled up just before it.
Okay.
So even in terms of like XP and milestone, it's a big milestone, but not quite yet. Have you reached that milestone of leveling up?
Gotcha. Thanks, Dad.
No problem, bud. Again, the fare is very traditional. Terran for Valen. There is a watered down wine that is available typically at breakfast time. There is teas available, juices available. very fresh. Really, for you all, would be the most. It's kind of a feast. You've been surviving on travel rations for a long time, so this is quite nice relief.
Shit and bricks.
You all sit and spend time almost as a family, all of you together, laughing, forgetting what is going on in the world around you. As your breakfast ends, so does this spell, and all of you are standing in a tent. You hear the noise of this camp around you, of these armies that have gathered that are doing the same kind of morning routine, just a little differently.
I think the last time we heard that Sinius Rector was hurt or in danger or something. Or before we went to rest.
Yes. Yes. That information was provided to you in Valen. Sinius Rector was attempted to sacrifice himself essentially to protect the healers. So Kirith and Ellie were in the healer's tent. So Sinius was with them. And during the battle, while they were, transporting people back and healing them, trying to get them back in the fight, or, save them from grievous bodily harm, some kind of creature burst from the ground and began attacking the healers to try and stop that. Without many guards around, Sinius took it upon himself to use his chains as weapons and was wounded somehow in the fight, in the battle. He has not woken up and appears to be very near death, with no basic healing having helped him to come back to his normal self. That's kind of one of the things that I was hoping to discuss with Meg, so that Val would make that decision of what happens next with Sinius and how that pans all out together.
I guess if it seems like, he's more likely than not to die, I think seeing his sacrifice, Pal might go there himself and maybe give a, death rites or something.
Okay, absolutely. It's pretty easy to find the healing tent. It's set up very much like a traditional Legion camp, right? Which you've all seen before. I'll pull it up real quick so you all can have a visual of it. All of you are kind of in that middle area, right? That's where the officers' tents are. It's a separately walled area. The mess tents are above you to the north, to put it easiest, and the healing tents are to the south.
Yeah, I guess we'll Pell head there anyway.
Okay.
And I guess it seems like I'm guessing there's going to be more than just Sinius there, probably in that state. So Pell may do it for all of them there.
Yeah, there are plenty of people who are still injured. Obviously, there is not always the ability to heal everybody immediately, so there's just some traditional medicine being used.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Pell's gonna as far as death rites go, gonna find the ones that are seemingly beyond help and try to give comfort and all that stuff.
luckily, there are relatively few that are beyond help completely. There's probably 5 or 6 that are significantly injured. I mean, magic in this case is not going to really regrow limbs. So there are some that are literally almost, I would say, torn almost to pieces. There are people that they have shreds of arms and legs left.
Okay.
These people are not able to really be helped. So that is really where you would be most assistance.
At least in that aspect. They tell us healer too, but
what kind of rites are you doing? Can you describe them and say exactly what Pell would be, how he would be performing these rites, so what blessings he would be giving?
Didn't give it that much thought.
Okay,
but it's going to be, being that Pell's a cleric of the mother trees, it's kind of going to be like a, probably a circle of life messaging kind of stuff, and how the gods are all watching over, everybody there. And of course thanking them all for their sacrifices and.
Mm-hmm. You bless all of them with words that you feel come from the mother or the mothers. They are, again, you said the circle of life, thanking them for what they did in life and how it may help them in death to move on to whatever afterlife is appropriate for them, and to ease that passing, and to make it swift and painless. You continue to do so for those who are dying. There's obviously a lot of dead as well.
Yeah,
there are graves
and for that.
Outside the Legion camp. There's essentially a mass grave for the Legion. For other members of other nations have their own funeral rites, but for the Legion, each member is buried in their robes. Their armor is removed. Their weapons are removed. Those are valuable things that can be reused for future Legionnaires. But they are all buried together with a copper piece over each eye, their hands crossed on their chest, in a purple robe. And you can also bless the grave itself, if you so wish.
Yeah, Pell will do that, and I guess if there's mourners there, Pell could kind of try to have some kind of a, group eulogy or something like that. Try and, raise spirits for people there that are mourning.
Of course. The funeral rites are concluding, we'll say, as you go to the grave. They are
okay.
They are filling it in, essentially, putting the last bit of earth over this grave. You bless this area with the blessing given to you by the mothers, and the area begins to transform before you. The mother's power is strong here. Right. This is where the final battle with the Blight was. They are here. Their spirits are here to begin with. Also, this is where your fucking temple is.
It is, yeah.
The land shapes itself to a memorial. The land grows and creates a dome, essentially. A small dome with... I keep saying essentially, don't I? I kind of hate that. Jesus Christ. The land reshapes itself and forms a dome.
Like, essentially, if you think about it, it's really essentially just, really essential.
Yeah, exactly. So the land reshapes itself into a hill. But the hill is hollow. It's more of a dome that is like, it looks like a cresting wave. Inside that, a marble pillar grows with and your magic sparks a flame that, through your own magic and knowledge of Arcana, will never go out. And at the base of the plinth lies, here it says, "Here lies those taken before their time by the blight. They fell in defense of their realm."
I like it.
John, you were texting me about something with Phineas. Does Arlo go see Phineas? With Pell?
I keep forgetting the name of the person that saved that with the chains.
Yeah, Phineas.
Phineas Rackthor.
Yes, that's who I was talking about with my text.
Okay.
But I couldn't.
So do you go with Pell while he gives rites?
Yes.
Okay. You linger behind as Pell fulfills his duties as a cleric and blesses those who are leaving this life to go to the next. You stand there and look at the man who took everything from Valen. This is the man who pulled him into gladiatorship, being a gladiator. This is the man who lied when Valen would not throw a fight and had him declared a criminal and kicked out of Terra, basically, right? This is the man that ruined Valen's life.
Harlow still has the X's on his hands, too.
Yes.
And Harlow still has the X's on his hands.
No, he doesn't. I thought he got rid of those.
He asked for those to be kept, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Harlow still has the X's on his hands. He thinks about that. He thinks about the story of that also, of pain and suffering that occurred, but also the story of redemption. Because when it came to it, this man suffered greatly for his crimes. And then, beholden to Valen's wife and daughter, defended them with no weapons, with literal chains permanently affixed to his body, as the only thing he could use to defended them from death.
Harlow stands there a second and thinks about the words that the Council of Spirits said to him, that everyone deserves a second chance to rewrite their story. And so,
as you imagine those words, you take a deep breath. Your heart is pounding. You can feel it rising in your chest, rising in your throat, rising out of your trunk. You feel a pulse of energy exit from you. Your mind visibly flashes to the mother tree. You are standing in front of the mother tree, your mother tree, with its ring of skulls of your ancestors mounted to it, rising to the top. Trying to rise to the top, we should say. You see another one form. you recognize it as your brother Carlo. Your mind immediately flashes back as what appears to be hot steam exits from your mouth and trunk. As it exits, Cineas breathes in a deep breath of life. As Carlo, with your mind focused on that, gives himself to the mothers. And they in return give his spirit to Cineas.
Harlow immediately calls for Pell and Valen. And then when Pell enters the room, Harlow gently collapses into his arms.
Strength check.
Yeah, strength check.
That is fair. I should have said Bruce.
You didn't call for Bruce.
Ooh,
that's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Pell, you're not that big, but an 8-foot Loxodon just collapsed on you. But the power of the mothers is strong. And you got him.
Well, I got you, buddy.
Harlow looks exhausted.
Pell starts waving air into his face. Assuming he just fainted. I mean, does Pell know what just happened in here?
You have a decent natural perception. You can see that Cineas appears to be breathing more normally and has more color than he had before. Harlow literally is exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Harlow has taken a point of exhaustion for the actions that had just occurred. Even though really he didn't have to do anything. He used his mind, and his brother gave himself to the world.
Oh yeah, there are empty beds.
There are plenty of empty beds.
Yeah. Pell, with his 20 strength, drags Harlow over there, puts him on a bed, and then I guess goes to look at Cineas Ractor, who is making a miraculous recovery.
Pell just potato sacks him. Sit down!
With your 20 strength check, you can absolutely move him over to an empty bed. Or empty cot, really. The cot legs do sink in the mud quite a bit. Harlow, it's going to be hard to stand up out of this one. It's quite low to the ground. When you do need to stand. As you lay there and rest. Harlow, as you lay there and rest, you hear the voice of your mother tree. And you alone hear this. She says to you, "Well done, my guardian, my chief." And you feel a strange sensation around your broken tusk. Pell, you go over to Cineas Ractor. He is breathing. He is a normal color. He just appears to be asleep. His chains still obviously completely around his body, hanging from his neck, hanging from his arms, but he is He's looking good. He does not look like he's almost dead.
Yeah,
he's actually snoring a little bit.
Huh. Yeah, with Pel's, healing abilities, I mean, he's gonna, I guess, see if there's anything that needs doing now that he's not, near death, and then is actually capable of being saved. Or is saved. I don't know.
You give him a quick once over. He's got some cuts and bruises. But they had tried to heal him before, which had healed any of the kind of physical injuries to him.
Okay.
He's in great shape. This was more of a spiritual death than a physical one. His body was failing because his spirit was dying.
Okay.
Now, he looks great. He's doing good. He's killing it. He's just sleeping real hard because he was moving a lot of chains.
Good. Well, Pel will, thank the mother trees, say a prayer for helping him out,
and
then go check on Harlow, who is also very tired.
Yeah, he looks really different.
Is Harlow sleeping?
Make a perception. Harlow has a point of exhaustion.
Sleeping.
But he looks different. Make a perception check for me, Pel.
23.
Okay. Very easy to tell what's different. Harlow's right tusk was shattered pretty near the base. It was jagged before. It was missing. It was gone. It isn't anymore. With a 23, it's not ivory.
What?
Huh.
Tusks don't really grow back. This, however, has had something else come out of it.
Is this like Kanye getting new platinum teeth?
Is it marble?
Am I Yeezy?
You're Yeezy, but it is a beautifully carved wooden tusk.
Wow.
Just call me Yeezy Washington.
With a 23, I'm going to set the DC at 21. This is not just a carved wooden tusk that is replacing it. This is growing. Seems to have grown from Harlow's body. And is a living part of a tree. This is a living branch that has grown into a carved form for Harlow.
Wow.
For Harlow, it'll have the same effect if you wanted to ever use your charge ability or your charge attack. You can count this as a normal tusk. It is not weaker. It is not anything. It is just there for you to use.
Gotcha. I don't think Harlow's ever used his trunks.
You haven't.
Okay, cool.
That is cool. I mean, Pel's going to see that as a miracle. Because it is.
Mm-hmm. Make just a natural wisdom check. Just straight wisdom.
Me?
For Pel.
Oh.
For Pel.
One good rolls. No.
Pel, you're a miracle worker. You are so fucking proud of yourself. This is all you. You got magic hands.
Everything else here is.
Mm-hmm. You're blessing people left and right, and you're fucking good at this. You're a rock star. Yeah. Harlow, you literally hear Pell say, "I did
it."
His coat shines more
at
when
his
he pops
hands.
the collar.
Yeah, if Harlow's out of it, Pel's gonna autograph it.
Absolutely.
Yes. Wait, which one do you autograph? The wooden tusk or his other one?
Oh, the wooden one, the miracle one.
He's a miracle worker.
Yeah. Is it what some paint, some purple and gold paint underneath it too to highlight it, so everybody knows what it is?
I love it because Harlow won't be able to see it. You got something on your face there, huh? Where?
Bruce, is there anything that you think they're talking about the brand?
No, Bruce is just watching this all happen.
Did you come in and watch?
Yes. I mean, miracles are happening. Who would watch?
So Bruce watched Pell carry Harlow to a bed.
Yes.
Bruce, you're impressed.
Well, obviously.
And Pell's going to go to Bruce and say, "Tell everybody that this happened."
Does Bruce know if he's carrying him the right way, though? Or is it like a partial drag? Is he, bending his back too much?
It's definitely a partial drag, just based on Harlow's versus Pell's size difference.
Yeah,
but it is impressive.
So he's using all back. Got it.
Yep.
So what do you guys want to do next? You have blessed the dying and the dead. You have cured miraculously a dying man who was incurable.
For mere mortals, yes.
Well, I think also at the end of the last session we talked about erecting Pell's temple. I guess if we're going to be leaving soon, Pell wants to have caretakers in place and probably leave copies of his book he wrote so people know what kind of temple it is.
Absolutely. So that is give me a charisma check, I guess, to see, instead of role playing it all out, because we could role play that for hours and hours, really, of trying to people.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a straight charisma check to see, walking around this camp, how good you can get caretakers.
All right, come on. Let the last roll be the bad one. Come on. Damn.
8. You are able to find one. There's one person who is able to stay as a caretaker. They're not a follower yet of the Mother Trees, but they do volunteer to manage this area until you are able to become the full caretaker of this area.
No, I guess I'll have to do. I mean, is anybody seeing the miracle tusk that Pell grew on Harlow? I mean,
oh yeah, there is tons of people who can see that. It is very visible. I mean, it was broken. It was shattered before. It was gone and is now again there. It is pretty crazy. Everybody is trying to look at him. Harlow's mother, Shala, is in awe. His tribe is in awe. They are calling this the blessing of the mother. This is a gift from the gods.
And Pel.
It's the mark of the chieftain. There are many things that are being said right now.
Yeah.
You guys know that the meetings are continuing between the of the nations surrounding Ascalon. Should you wish, you were invited to partake in those. But most of it is going to be kind of detail work, figuring out trading routes and the money issues and the nitty-gritty details of nation building. The horn that was left by Dragon Vor is under guard with the Emperor and Empress in their quarters, ready for you to use whenever you wish to begin preparations for you and your group to go to hell.
Well, I guess our next plan was to go to Terra. Unless
Okay,
somebody wants, unless there's anything else, Harlow or Bruce want to do. While we're still here, or Valen. But
I think Harlow is still laying down, just recovering.
For sure. After laying down for a little bit, you were able to recover relatively quickly. Just because it is it's a one point of exhaustion. You're not like
correct.
Unfortunately, you're not like dying, right? But anything with Valen wants to do in this area, we can retcon and do when Meg is here.
Mm-hmm.
For now, that is completely that will be completely up to her. If there's anything you guys want to do, if Bruce, there's anything you want to do in the camp, if Harlow, there's anything you want to do at the camp, your families are here. The Legion is here. The other nations are here. If there's anything you want to do there, we can do that. But we can also get y'all back to Terra very quickly, because basically every mage in Ascalon is here, and they would be able to just teleport you back should you wish to be back.
Oh, yeah, it's even safer than I thought. But I was going to ask, does it seem like the blight just kind of like faded away overnight after Dragonborn died, or?
No, the blight did not fade away at all.
Oh. Are the creatures gone?
The creatures' bodies are not gone, but there are no live creatures left here.
I mean, are there live creatures anywhere?
There are no live creatures that of like the twisted variety. There are live horses and there are live normal animals, but nothing that was blighted remained alive after Dragon passed from this world.
Okay. So theoretically, walking would be safe.
Theoretically, yeah, it's entirely possible.
Okay.
However, it's also possible that the world is dead and bad guys are trying to steal shit.
Yeah. That's I have to expect that. Yeah. Opportunists.
Exactly.
Okay. So yeah, teleporting is safer.
Yeah, teleporting is generally safer, the safest option.
long as that spellcaster has a good roll.
Harlow agrees that probably best option is to get back to Terra.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that would be like saying goodbye to his family and like community.
Okay. So is there any do you want to role play that at all? Is there any thing you can say to them before you leave?
I think Harlow is just more kind of quietly stoic, not very wordful at the moment.
Okay.
And is just appreciative of what has happened and gives a quick blessing and bow to the Loxodons that came and to the rest of the community of the Broken Lands that came as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Remind me the name again of the newly named Broken Lands?
The Garden of Peace.
The Garden of Peas. Got it.
The Garden of Pea. Exactly.
No, peas, like green peas.
Oh, you can also call it the Garden of Piss if you want.
No. I'd rather it be called the Wonder Wall.
The
That's where the
Bruce's father, Scott, bows to you, very respectfully, and says, "You have been named chieftain of our combined tribes, and we will follow whatever you wish." Your mother raises her hand in blessing to you and says, "Return to us soon, mighty chieftain. We will guard the garden in your absence."
I think the biggest thing that Harlow says is that that he wants to create heads of like kind of like a cabinet, but of like heads of like each community to come together.
a council.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. They take that in stride and will absolutely do so, and will endeavor, of course, to continue the search and continue to try and grow the community. Do you wish it just to be the Loxodons and the Minotaurs, or is there, if they find other tribes, would that be that are willing to join?
If there are other tribes that originate from when it was the Broken Lands that came, then he would like them to be a part. He would like Bruce and Scott to be there. And he looks at Bruce and goes, "Yes, that means more work for you."
Bruce just realized that Harlow is the tribe leader now. He hadn't put that together.
It just happened.
Literally. And literally for me. So.
Bruce is in there. Who put you in charge?
Pretty much. I was just thinking.
Is there going to be a Puddle seat on the council?
No, Puddle realized he was free and ran the fuck away.
But we saw his ancestors too.
Puddle
skeleton
deserves death.
He was native to the Badlands, though, the Broken Lands.
He was not native. No, he was so dumb that he thought he was forced to go there.
That is true.
Ed should have just killed him with the frying pan.
Yeah, but then Ed was nice.
Ed tried that.
No.
But
Ed did try it and got a nat 20 on the sneak up. Okay, so yeah, any tribes that originate from the area would be open to join.
Okay.
This Council of Peace.
And piss.
The Council of Peace. Write that down. Because I like that.
Now, is the Garden of Piss where the Minotaurs get to live?
Yes. In fact, everybody has the opportunity to live in the garden. Everybody, yeah. I mean, the entire area really is called the Garden of Piss, is what we said.
No, I will quit the game. I will quit.
You can't quit.
That's just the nickname. Now, the real name is Garden of Peace, but there's a smell.
Harlow will full yeet himself.
Why? Because of the ammonia?
Exactly.
Yeah, have you seen? Do you know what his perception is?
Hey, I have this button. Why don't we listen to it real quick?
No.
You have a yes, no button?
N-O, no. No means no.
I love that. I really do.
I don't remember where I got it, but it's one of my favorites.
That's the best. So, that's what we were saying. What was I trying to say? Fuck. Math is hard. Okay.
Shala not get to be on it.
Yeah, so for now they will hold elections. They do not want to. Shala declines immediately the recommendation of her joining and says that it is for the tribes to decide who shall lead. But will should they wish her to lead the council or be on the council, she will be a part of it. But they take that time when they return to the garden to do so. After some tearful goodbyes from your family, they return to the Garden of. They begin their return to the Garden of Peace. You guys are able to now, if you'd like, begin your return to Terra.
Quick question: Is there like an elected senate for the empire?
There is.
Okay.
There is actually two senates that they have a bicameral legislature, which Valen is able to describe to you. There is the Senate Publicum, which are elected from the common people, and the Senate Nobilis, which is elected from the noble classes.
And the Senate. House of Commons, House of Lords.
Exactly.
Okay, then I guess Pella had a momentary thought that if there wasn't any kind of democratic aspect to the empire that, like a democratic elected government like next to them. But we're good.
Okay. You would be you would also know that Phineas Rackler was a member of the Senate Nobilis before he was, turned into a fucking dead guy.
Or not that guy.
Or not dead guy anymore. A bad guy until he was made into a terrible guy who was super shitty to people.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, yes, we're probably, unless Bruce has anything to do, I think we're ready to head to Terra.
No, let's go.
Let's go read books.
Alrighty. You transport back to Terra with the assistance of one of the Imperial mages, and they have you right back.
What's their name?
Their name is
Merlin.
No. It is.
Is it mage and they're a part-time magician?
No, and when you make jokes, it's hard for me to think. Their name is Dot.
Dot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that spelled Period?
No, D-O-T. Dot.
Right, this is the same thing.
I get the joke.
Thank you.
I don't, unfortunately. But that's kind of probably because I didn't really hear everything you said. And spelling is hard for me.
Took me bad. I thought it was like a female joke at first, and I didn't get it.
I still don't know what you spelled.
I spelled period.
Period. Dot. Get it?
I get it. So, spelling is hard for me. That is all. Where do you guys want to go? As you are transported back to Terra.
Well, I mean,
can you pull up the map of Terra again?
Absolutely, I can.
And the question is, how destroyed is Terra?
Exactly.
Terra is not destroyed. It doesn't look great. The people that were left here to defend it were kind of the backups. But before you left, there was the defeat of the force that was attacking. Pushing towards the nest drew all of the enemies that you would face to the nest. So Terra is not destroyed, but it is very empty. What was once a bustling, huge city is now nearly barren.
I think Harlow looks at his friends and goes, should we try to help them rebuild? Maybe get life back to a little bit of normalcy?
Well, I think the lack of normalcy is coming from the fact that there's no people. Looks like most of the structures are actually intact, but the city was either evacuated or everybody was conscripted to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's not much repairs to do. It's just kind of getting everybody back.
You know, one thing I heard is that we have somebody in our group that's pretty good at bringing a crowd through performances. Actually, a couple people.
Oh, we'll go advertise that Valen is playing in Terra.
Well,
and someone teleport us back
with the shiny coat, Mr. Elton John. You think we can do, what is it, like a welcome back concert? And spread the news about it?
A victory concert.
Exactly.
I bet we could do that. Well, I was going to say, I had an idea if we went and we could, well, there's a few things we could do actually. But my first thought was to go to the Hive location here and have word of a concert spread throughout the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Victory concert. That's one way to do it. But if we can teleport, it's kind of faster to do it that way.
Do we have teleport? Oh, we have Dot with us.
Well, if we find a mage, who can teleport us.
Dot, are you here with us for a long time, or just quick and to the point?
You turn around and Dot is gone.
They come back. Oh, sorry, I just got food.
No.
They're eating a corn dog.
Mm-hmm.
Here, you want some?
Yes.
No, unfortunately, Dot is completely gone.
They have like a Coney Island dog, so they just went to one specific place and came back.
Harlow turns to Bruce to ask him a question, and somehow Bruce has a corn dog.
Sure does.
Or we could just use like sending to just tell people from distant places.
Let's do the Hive. You go to the Hive.
Well, the Hive Queen was back at where we just were.
Mm. Okay, you have sending though.
Almost have sending and a sending stone to talk to Tritus Valerian. We could tell him to tell everybody there's a concert.
Let me pull up Valen's stuff to see what Valen has.
We just go back to Terra. We see it's empty, and it's like we got to bring everybody back. So let's just
It's a very interesting thing that you guys are doing. It's not barren completely. I mean, there are people here. There's just not lots of people. What once was the city of like a couple million is now the city of a few thousand.
So Valen has this. Let me see.
What is this?
You can always find a place to perform.
Was this the town that we performed in? Well, technically, this is where we first fought. This is a gladiator feat.
Yeah, consider a gladiator pit of performance.
I mean, yeah, that is you guys fought in the Colosseum. And Valen was with you.
So, the couple people that are still here, when Valen runs into them, Valen starts saying, spread the word. Like, everyone's coming home. We're having a big event at the Coliseum.
Okay. Absolutely. With the ability by popular demand, they recognize Valen as a performer. He was recognizable as a gladiator in the past, and now is recognizable as a singer because he has sung in Terra before as well.
That's a gladiator feat. I didn't even know that. I thought that was a bard thing.
I'm using it as both.
Yeah, I mean, it works for both.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
But it's not a bard thing.
And you start spreading the word of a concert. Okay, apparently you guys are putting on a concert.
A concert and maybe a Coliseum fight.
Okay. This is not where I thought the shit was going.
It's a charity event. It's for raising charity money.
It's for charity.
Wounded soldiers. Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck your plans, Ian. Bing bong. Fuck your life.
Bing bong. Fuck my life. You start marketing an event, and you hear other people talking about it. You hear it called Love for Legionnaires. And you start going with it. It's
that's
great.
After the comp.
Love for Legionnaires? I feel
Love
like
for the Legionnaires. Huh? You said you think I could do better?
I feel like there could be a better name.
Yeah, there probably is, but you know.
Did Bruce come up with the name?
No, I did. And I'm basically Bruce. I'm kind of dumb.
I mean, Bruce is proposing a gladiator battle between Harlow and Bruce, so...
I mean, if you guys want there to be a fight, there can be a fight. You can propose whatever you want. The word spreads fast. Again, in the town of like 2 million, there's only a couple thousand people here.
Uh-huh.
Valen pulls Bruce over and goes, with a charity event, people also like to make bets at a Coliseum fight.
This is Pel's job.
Just saying, we have someone in the crowd. Making
this is Harlow?
No, this was Valen.
Don't make Valen do anything too crazy. Okay.
I was just saying about like extra money for us, but I know Valen or Harlow wouldn't say it.
Probably wouldn't say that.
Delta pops back in. Great idea. No.
You smell the smell of French baguettes and cigarette smoke. Chocolate blue, it's a great idea. And Delta's gone again.
All of a sudden, you look over to the corner. Here's just the Star Wars Flaith. Star Wars Shadow of Flaith going, here's a great idea. We get extra money for us. Then we bring it to the castle. Sounds great. Okay, goodbye.
You guys find a lot of workers for your charity event. Love the Legionnaires is going to be big. Restaurants are putting together what food they can. They're having anybody who can cast the spell create food. And they are having whatever spices that they have left available to them to give it actual flavor.
Harlow's trying to figure out how to get everyone from the army camp to here in time.
Sure.
Well, they'll do that by themselves.
That was not really thought about at all. But hey, guess what? They're ready for this event now. They're making booze. They are making food. You guys started marketing this event.
Okay, so
They are ready for it when everybody. You guys know it'll take about 3 days for them to march back. So for 3 days, what do you all do to prepare for, potentially several 100,000 people to arrive in a city?
Harlow has built a stage for a performance in the Coliseum.
Okay, give me a what would this be? Because you do not have any kind of ability to really create things like that.
And you said it's 3 days, so has my exhaustion gone away?
Your exhaustion has gone away, yeah.
Well, thank God. The second I said that, I went, shit.
For the first day, it'd be a tinkering check.
Okay, so Harlow is going to use enhance ability.
Okay. Let me see what tinkering is based in real quick.
And I don't have proficiency in tinkering.
No, you don't.
I have proficiency in trunkering.
No, you don't. I believe tinkering is a dexterity thing.
You want dexterity?
Let me look and see real quick. This would be probably not dexterity because it's not like a. Let's give me a strength check because you're making. This is a big stage. If it was something like fine handicraft, it would be dexterity. But it'll be strength.
Yeah.
So enhance ability or what is it? Bear's strength.
Yep. So I get advantage on.
Not bear's endurance. Bull strength.
All right. Let me. How'd I do? Well,
12.
That's okay. It
I
takes
go, Bruce, help.
That's your first day's check. That is your first day's check, and it is hard. You are able to dig a couple holes to put some posts in. Even trying to get help. Most of the people around are focused on maybe making some money, maybe the merch. It's they're making hats, they're making t-shirts. They all say LOL on them.
I was going to say
our Legionnaires.
There's t-shirts, yeah.
But you alone are trying to build this stage. It's kind of a toxic masculinity thing going on, John. I got it. Don't worry, it's fine. I can dig this hole. Give me a tinkering check for the second day. So strength again with advantage.
Bruce wants to help.
Bruce can help the second day, so Bruce also roll one.
Advantage or
but
no?
Not with advantage.
Got it.
Harlow's also going to use conjure animals.
Okay. Oh man, the living explorers are back.
No, not badgers this time. Harlow's going to summon, I would say, like, probably something good with, like, putting shit together. Or at least understandably.
They're animals, John. You gotta choose.
Gorillas.
You gotta tell me an animal.
Okay, so I would say, like, an ape or a primate, like a gorilla or a chimpanzee.
Okay, what challenge rating are they?
That is a good question. Let me... Let me find out.
I mean, humans are kind of the only thing that's good at putting stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, we have beavers, maybe. They can build houses and rivers.
Okay, so they're a half, so I get 4 of them.
For what?
4 gorillas. It says 4 apes.
4 apes. Ryder, stop licking me, please.
And they follow my command.
Okay.
You're gonna be sitting there micromanaging the gorillas, trying to tell them to put stuff together.
So yes, they are apes. Give me
strength check with advantage.
Do they? No, they don't get it.
No, with me.
You get a strength. With you, yeah. So strength check with advantage from you.
16.
It is a lot easier for you this day to start putting stuff together. It'll take some time. You're able to build the base platform of it and the beginning of framing the stage. There's nothing, no full platform yet, or nothing that makes it cool. But you have the basis of a platform. Now roll me an intelligence check. Just roll me a d20, please.
Can I guide it?
Nope. I'm not going to let you guide the apes.
17.
They have a -2 to intelligence. So that's a 15. They are actually able to help you a little bit. They are hauling stuff around. The next day, you can add a +2 to whatever roll you make for your strength check.
I look at
because
Bruce
they have the materials prepared for you for the next day.
I look at Bruce and go, "Can you help me, please?"
Roll me for day 3. Nope, you have apes. Bruce is working on Bruce is the merch designer.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, is he just making his own shirt with a duck on it? A duck, like with a sword?
You know what? I'm just going to let Bruce decide what he's doing by himself. Bruce, what are you doing to prepare for this concert event?
He's definitely making the merch.
Okay. I put that out for you, but I realized I should really let you decide for yourself.
No, he's also doing that. It says LOL, like you said, it says LOL on the front, and then ducks and swords on the back. You know, it's like a mullet.
Covered swords.
All business up front, party in the back.
It looks pretty metal.
Business in the front, party in the back. Abso-fucking-lutely. John, that's a 16 for your third day's check.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You have a stage.
Is it standable? Can you stand on it?
I don't know. Did you test it?
Well, yeah. Do you remember they used to test bridges with elephants?
Yeah. Harlow goes, "Bruce, come here."
Bruce is going to use perception to see if it's stable.
Bruce is nowhere near you. You are in the Coliseum building a thing.
Okay.
Bruce is working in another building.
I was going to have us both stand on it.
Have the apes stand on it.
Yeah, I have all the apes stand on it and jump.
Okay. All the apes die.
What?
As the stage crashes around them and crushes them. Having not secured any of the wood, it was just laid there. The DC to complete the stage, with the apes helping, was 20.
So, if they ask, Harlow's going to go, well, apparently there was a fight in here too. Because nobody else saw Harlow building this, right?
Yes. Harlow's like, I'm building the stage. Pell's doing what Pell wants to do, which we haven't even decided yet. Yeah. They're good. Nice try in the deception. That's an 8. John. The people are not very horrified. They've seen worse things in this Coliseum than apes being crushed.
Good thing they're also okay, and they just poof away.
They're kind of surprised. Yeah, they just kind of go.
Was the deception? Was the deception just like Harlow putting a blanket over it and trying to say it's fine?
Yeah.
Guys, the stage is great. Don't worry about it. It's secure.
Well, on this day, Harlow again uses conjure animals and conjures 8 badgers. And I tell them to go get extra dirt to cover the bottom of the Coliseum.
Why?
To hide the wood.
Bury the stage.
To hide the wood. Okay, give me... do you want me to roll a d20 or do you want to roll a d20?
Do I want you to roll a d20? Yes, please.
If you already rolled it, John, that's it. Hey, John.
What?
Do you want to know what your intelligence roll for your badgers is?
I know how bad their intelligence is.
That's a -3 there, bud.
Look, I can't help that I rolled a 1.
They get you some dirt. They make their own dens. Because that is their interpretation of what you wanted.
And Harlow goes, cool. And I poof away the badgers.
There is now a broken, bloody stage.
It's not bloody.
In the middle of the Coliseum.
There's no blood.
Why?
Because they're fae.
Let me see.
They're fae spirits.
Oh. Fine. Blood disappears off the wood. Ho-hum. Oh. The stage is broken in the middle, and there's now massive piles of dirt that would fit badgers who are... Oh, they're just tiny.
No, giant badgers. They're
big. You do giant badgers.
Yeah, because a quarter challenge rating is giant badger.
Oh, let's see.
So they're big holes in the...
Let me see if their thing changes at all. Nope. No, same intelligence.
Badgers make mounds, so they don't leave holes. They just kind of let themselves burrow into a spot.
Yeah. There's just mounds of dirt.
There's just
covering, and it's unfortunately not covering the broken stage. There's just mounds of dirt all around all around everything. There's 8 mounds of dirt in a broken stage in the Coliseum now. This is the fourth day. Pell, what have you been doing during this time?
Wait, I thought it only took 3 days to march back.
They arrive on the 4th day.
Oh, thank God. I still have time.
Clearly.
As they say, so we've now trashed the Coliseum arena.
With
Yeah.
style.
Oh, but yeah, okay. So what Pel's doing? Well, let's see. The first day, Pel was gonna go to the hive den, even if there's no queen there at the time. Figuring that they must have some means of transmitting, messages across the realm. And he was going to have them, transmit the word that there was going to be, this giant concert celebration of our victory, and also a benefit for the troops.
Okay.
And then Pel's also going to put in like a request to basically to talent across the realm, requesting that they come and be a part of the concert with numbers.
So the hive, the den of the hive is really empty. Then there is maybe one guy there, just there to make sure that things don't get stolen. But the hive king went to fight.
Yeah.
They were named the.
They were the trade.
They were basically turned into a merchants guild.
Yeah.
By the emperor and empress, so they are legitimate now. You ask them to send a message. They are able to send a message to Apis Vitar, the queen of the hive.
Okay.
Now the leader of the merchants guild. And the message received back is, we will be there within the next 2 hours. Once the legions have settled, we will use our resources to assist you in any way you need.
So, wait, is this the... You said they were going to be back in 2 hours? Or...
Yeah, if this is on the last day, then yes, they would be doing that.
No, this is the first day.
Oh, they said we will be... We'll say we left 2 hours ago. We are on our way back to Terra. We'll arrive on the fourth day, 3 days from now. And we'll assist in any way you need. Use this this person there. She doesn't give a name, to procure anything you need for this concert, this event.
Pel's going to ask if if the queen will have any opportunity to try and spread the word or let other hives know and have them reach out to, like I said, other talent to try to get them to this to happen.
I will pass that along. The most of the cities are yet abandoned, and all citizens are here.
Okay.
Anyone who may perform will be able to do so when we arrive to Terra.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, and good. Pel says, while holding the sending stone, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you, and we'll try to have everything ready.
Okay, is there anything else you want to do? And you have 2 more days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this one shouldn't take long to probably be included in that first day even. But Pel's going to see if Elton John is here anywhere and ask him to perform.
Sir Elton John is not.
Okay. Being a sir, I assume, yeah.
Yes, he is part of the battle. He is a well-known spellcaster, and is using his abilities to help in the battle. As far as at least that is what you assume when you go to his bookstore, Yellow Book Road, and it is locked shut and dark.
Alright, well that makes sense. It's probably it for the first day, being how long it takes to walk around Terra.
It takes a while. You are able to use a horse should you wish. We'll say there's one available to you.
Yeah.
But it is, other than that, generally it'd be hard to get around Terra with a horse, but the streets are empty.
Yeah. Good.
So day 2.
Day 2. Were there any guards? Well, no, let's not do that. I guess other guards around, really?
Yes. There are some guards around. They are really kind of aged for the most part.
So yeah, the C team.
Or very young. They're kind of like the backup of the backup.
Yeah. No, not that I had an idea, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. But I guess Pell will spend day 2. Probably go to the Coliseum, watching Harlow and Bruce try to build the stage, but also at the same time working on his own T-shirt design.
Okay. You watch Harlow for a day. He summons some badgers to help him. He summons some apes to help him. They help him a little bit, actually. You're kind of surprised. The apes are doing good. They arrange all the materials nicely. Holes are dug for posts. Framing is done for the top of the stage. Impressive. You're ready for day 3.
Yeah.
You do find Bruce. He's sitting kind of in a inn or a bar fairly adjacent to the Coliseum with another group of people who are they're tie-dyeing some shirts and using ink to write LOL on it. Love our Legionnaires.
How good is their handwriting?
Pretty fucking good. It's almost like it's being printed on magically.
I guess also the second day Pell could start to organize the betting pool for the advertised fight between Harlow and Bruce.
Okay. Yeah, what kind of odds are you putting on it? Are you a bank? Are you the bank? Or what kind of money you're having? Yeah, you can absolutely start to organize that. Gotta figure all that out.
Yeah, someone has to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So you will manage the betting pool when the fight comes.
Yeah.
On day 3, what would you like to do, pal?
I guess since everything seems to be going well with the stage building, Pell's going to assume that that's handled pretty decently. Based upon what he saw on day 2, he's nothing wrong.
You just hear Harlow just going, no, get back here.
You do hear a crash that is very evident and echoes throughout the empty city.
Yeah.
Along with the screams of dying fake creatures.
This is probably the one time you hear Harlow swear. He just goes, shit.
You then hear the pounding of large padded feet as giant badgers rush out of Terra and then back into Terra bearing loads of dirt.
And then again, Harlow, no.
That's funny.
I have one more thing that Harlow will do to fix this whole problem.
Okay.
Heat metal.
Maybe.
Self-immolates. But no, I think Pell. I think he figures that everything is handled as well as he can. Is what he's was planning to do as far as putting on the concert goes. Pell's going to go to the library day today and try to study things about the Infernus.
Like absolutely. So let's pull that map up here. As you go to the third level of Terra, which is where the Academy is, and the Legion HQ is.
Wait, is that Crossed Out Temple the one that we were banned from?
Yes, it is. You do see, interestingly, at the Legion HQ there are there originally were 3 large banners, and there is now a 4th large banner that hangs from it. This one says on it Custodes, with the image of a tower over a sword. Which, if you've watched the last session on the YouTube, you can see a picture of, because that is the background for that video. The Academy is bustling. Really, there is. You don't see many adults. You see mostly teenagers and children. The teenage students having been left to care for the younger students. There are a couple adults in the Academy itself, where in the library area to manage it and to keep it safe, because this is like the suppository of all knowledge in Ascalon and the Empire. Give me an investigation check with advantage, because they will help you find this as you look for information about Infernus.
$18.
It takes most of the day for you to find really all that you would want to know. What kind of things are you looking for?
Basically what to expect there. I suppose like the names and goals, mannerisms, anything about like the princes.
Okay. You are able to find a bit. There is really not a whole lot about the princes. You find some names. You don't find the one that you remember being spoken about or being named by Dragon Vor.
Azka, yeah.
Azul Bugra.
Yeah.
But you do find, you don't even find a map. Really, it's kind of describing the region itself as what you find. It is essentially a barren wasteland. It is sandy. It is dry. It is nearly perpetually dark. There are some times there's a lighter time and a darker time that they consider night and day. But really, for you all, as described by the accounts of people who have been there, it is perpetually dark. There are several cities, none that really bear any kind of meaning to you at this time. There are different regions. It is an arid wasteland of lakes of fire. And it's hot.
Well, that's a stereotype. I guess that's bit. I mean, probably be looking for anything that has like dimensions in Furnace.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, they're looking for it with an 18. Even with help, you can't really find anything that has a map or talks about dimensions. There's even the cities are not named.
Okay.
The accounts are brief. People who go to Infernus don't seem to spend a lot of time there. And the time that was spent there was brief.
Yes.
And
a low Yelp review.
Yeah, they've got a low Yelp review for sure. The time, if people spent time there, they did not live long. If they tried to spend a long time, they didn't live long.
Only a bad neighborhood.
Exactly. Exactly. And yes. I will, should you continue to wish to continue looking for a map of hell, I will find or create one for you. But with an 18, you were unable to get there just yet.
Yeah, maybe another day. But it's also is going to look for anything that would kind of say how to use the horn to get there.
Oh yeah, so absolutely. I mean, you look up a plane shift spell, and it requires a tuning fork or an object, in this case, attuned to the plane of existence.
What about a spoon?
No, you have the horn.
Could we carve the horn into a spoon?
Is a horn not just a spoon?
No, it is not. Shockingly.
But could it?
Carlo is not there. He is building a.
He is trying to manage some animals.
Exactly.
Don't worry, I have a great way to fix the problem.
But I mean, that's what Pell's one there to look for. I guess Pell, while he's up in this district, he might go over to the Temple of Atune.
Okay. It is black, abandoned, and barred shut at this time.
Okay. I was going to see if there's a new high priest yet or anything.
There does not appear to be a high priest here as of yet. Right, or leave it alone. There is just a building. Even the plants around it appear to be dead, which, as a cleric of the Mother Trees, kind of hurts your heart a little bit.
Yeah,
the Mother Trees are, they are, Atune is their patron.
Mm-hmm.
So, seeing dead things at the Mother Goddesses, like the Mother of Nature, that goddess's temple is hard to see.
Yeah, that Pell's actually gonna. Before you said that, I was gonna try to purify the temple if he can at all, and if the guards won't get in his way.
Yeah, there are very few guards here. They're mostly down where the population of the city is. There's very few people here. The academy really is only populated by children and teenagers. So no one is around to stop you if you wish to do anything to the temple.
Yeah, I mean, Pell's going to try to I guess, like I said, purify it. If the door is barred closed, but if he has a lockpicking kit.
He does have a lockpicking kit. Give me a lockpicking check if you want to open it.
Well, that's with advantage. So is a 20 good?
Yeah, 20 is good. The lock pops open. The temple is dark, and it is fairly cold in there. It looks like it has not been occupied for some time. It is dusty.
Yeah, Pell's gonna take this time also to go to the rectory or wherever Dragonvor's quarters were and look around.
Okay. Perfect. This area, the rectory, essentially, as you named it. Jesus Christ, I need to fucking stop saying that word. I swear to God, I'm going to die.
Essentially.
Oh, today's been a day. Apparently, I guess, for me. The rectory is, there is a rectory to the back of the temple. It is completely empty. Like barren empty. There is nothing is here. No furniture. It is literally just an empty room. Anything that was a possession of Dragonvors or used by Dragonvor in any way, shape, or form, tables, chairs, the oven, the stone oven is gone. Everything is empty from here. It would have seemed that once it was apparent that Dragonvor was traitor to the Empire or had brought the Blight with him and was trying to use it against the Empire, he completely was wiped from existence in this area. They used took anything of his that could be of use to try and find out his methods or really anything. This area has been stripped clean.
Well, Pell's going to do a that's not a very good roll, but a very good check. But I guess if that's all gone, Pell's going to try, I guess, an insight check to try to feel the vibe in the room and see how it makes him feel.
Okay, absolutely.
18.
18. The room feels cold. The room feels as if it is not the presence of any sort of divinity has left this temple. It has not felt the presence of a divinity in some time. With your ability as a cleric, your understanding of religion as a cleric, then this was... Etunia had abandoned this temple long before Dragonvor attacked you all at the Harvest Festival. Etunia had known what was happening with Blight, had some insight to that, and had left him as her high priest. And there is yet to be another high priest to replace him.
Okay. Well, Pell's gonna fall on his knees and kind of pray to the mother trees and to Etune as well, as their patron. Kind of just to let her know that this place is that he's there to purify the area, remove all the bad juju from Dragonvor being there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Give me a religion check. And I'll give you advantage on this.
Advantage 28.
DC for what I'm thinking was 25. You fall to your knees in the temple and begin praying. You feel a slight warmth begin to fill you as you stare up at this statue of Atune. What was once draped with beautiful flowers the first time you were here is now was once beautiful and alive with life. It is now just a cold stone statue. Given your experience in this world so far, the gods typically do not interact with mortals. They rely on those that they patronize to do so, like the mother trees. Atune may be prayed to, but she is worshipped through other means. A golden light and heat fills the room, and it's too much to look at. Your eyes are closed. If you feel almost as if you looked, if you were to open your eyes would burn out of your skull. There is just too much divine power to really comprehend. And a warm, motherly voice that is unfamiliar to you says, "Thank you. We appreciate what you have done for our patrons, for our trees, for our children. Leave here and return. Things will be different." And that is all they say to you.
Wow. Yeah, Pal kind of just sits there a little bit, shaken. Then, rises and gives thanks to Itune and the mother trees, and does as Itune said. He leaves. Probably, he does what he can while he's there to, on the way out, sprinkles holy water or something.
Sure. You begin to leave the temple, and as you do, a golden light follows you and washes over everything. The area is warm. The torches are relit. There is light in this. It really just brings light to this temple again. You turn and leave and shut the doors behind you. But the door behind you glows golden.
I guess hell's wowed by this.
Okay. And a voice speaks into your head as you stare at this now golden door. And it says, "Return to me."
Oh. Hell walks back to the door.
Okay. You open the door, and inside is not the temple that you beheld before. Inside is your temple. Inside is the nest. as you saw before, like this, now covered in living things. Within the center of this main chamber, the large statue of Atune that was once in the temple in Terra now stands in the middle of this massive chamber with 4 images of the mother tree standing at her feet. About half the size to the original statue of Atune. And the entire area glows with golden light. Vines are climbing and beginning to grow on these stone pillars and arches that make up the nest. And there is a vibrancy and life that has filled this area. It is at peace.
Wow.
The door is still behind you as you turn around. The door is essentially right here in this. Let me grab it real quick. Here's the door. Okay. This right here is the statue of Atune. With the four mother trees images before Atune right there. And there's incense. There are other altars scattered throughout. There are places to donate money. There is places to pray. Really, this whole area can be used for whatever you wish it to be used for as your temple.
Wow. So it's like there's like a teleporting door essentially.
Give me an Arcana check.
Normal. 19.
It's not proper teleportation. Like you couldn't use this door to go to the nest and then travel from the nest to somewhere else that's close to it. It's almost like it's a secondary dimension that has recreated the nest as your temple, as the new temple of Atune. The nest still exists as the temple to the mother trees, and if you go there, you believe that it will look just like this. But if you went to the nest, you would not be able to then travel to Terra.
Okay. Darn, there was my business opportunity. Shortcut.
Yeah, there goes your business opportunity.
Well, this is awesome.
I will say you do not feel like you are required to now be the high priest of Atune. You just feel like the space that was given to you by the mother trees is now also being used by Atune as a place for her worship to occur.
Okay. Yeah, the Pel's, still very, very humbled and very, wowed. Really.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Is there anything else one wants to do?
No, that's it for day 3.
Okay. So the armies will be arriving on day 4. Harlow, if you'd like, you can give me another tinkering check with advantage.
Oh, no. Harlow completely says, screw it to the stage. He's gonna fix the holes, though.
Okay.
Is he?
So now there's just 8 mounds of dirt?
Yeah, so I'm gonna level it out.
Okay.
So
give me a strength check.
yeah, blah, 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 blah. Harlow is going to summon Spirit Totem, use
Okay.
Hippo Spirit, and then he's going to wild shape into a giant goat.
Okay.
He's going to use his horns to push around the dirt so it's a little bit more even.
Okay, let's see.
More of like a tilly.
I
already have giant goat stats pulled up.
Me too. I'll let you do that. It doesn't say that you can, but sure. Why not? You use your horns to push it around. So give me a strength check with advantage. As the goat.
So 17 plus 3 is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You are able to level it out. It doesn't raise. I'll allow it to happen and not say that it raises the level of the, because it's only 8 mounds of dirt and not more than that.
Is it because they eat the dirt and the dirt just disappears?
No. But you are also it does not cover, if you're trying to cover up the wrecked stage, it is unable to do that.
Harlow's just going to say that was there.
Okay. Heard.
Harlow has no idea how that got there.
Alrighty. The dirt is leveled. The stage is collapsed. The merch is made. Pell is doing something you guys haven't seen Pell a little bit. But he walks back in, looking a little bit dazed. As you hear the tramping of feet march into Terra. And the voices of thousands greeting their family members and friends back home, along with the chant of, "It's time for LOL. It's time for LOL. Let's all LOL." And with that, we're going to end the session.
Oh, Valen was going to do something to welcome them into the city, though.
And we will let Meg decide what that is.
So it's not going to be this?
It's not going to be Wonderwall, no. Which unfortunately is not even playing because of the noise suppression built into Discord.
Boo!
I know. Which is probably good, because then Oasis would flag our videos and be mad at us for
that is fair.
Mm-hmm. But thanks for playing, guys. We'll start next week, hopefully. Should be, maybe not next week. I might have to cancel next week, but our next session will start with LOL. Love Our Legionnaires, the concert / Battle Royale. See you next time.
All right.